Hi folks, and we are back to Mad Games Tycoon 2 with the now world famous elite studio, prestigious game studio Enigma Studios. Applesauce is working at his desk, flanked, well actually, looking through the window. Oh, again, I keep having to correct myself. Those are some awards, not all of them. Because we have so many that we have to disperse them through the office space. In fact, we have one, Graphics Award in the Graphics Design Studio. Sooner rather than later, I think we'll build a trophy room. Maybe a trophy hall. Like that or something. Yeah, we'll have to see, maybe the hallways. So many trophies that an entire room of trophies, I don't know. We'll have to figure out where to put all that stuff. In the meantime, we are making video games for our brand new consoles. That one and the other are still well in the red. In terms of profit margin. But that's not what we care most about. What we care most about is market share. So that's supporting... Okay, so you're working on the contracts. You're researching new hardware. You're almost finishing the concept. Come on. You need to support the game production studio. Go. Any marketing to be had? Not just yet. We'll have to wait for the development to move. And we're working on updates. Yes. Come on, Summerfest needs to come. We need to increase our hype for the consoles. On the cheap side, please. Thank you. I just realized while sales dropped. Plumber is now super unpopular. Ugh. And no good reason why that is. Small case fan graphics. Oh boy. Okay. Our console may have a shorter lifespan than I was expecting by some way. If so much new hardware is coming out. We may need to, put out a new console. Now, should we revise the console? Nah, I think we should just make a new one. If it's a whole tech level difference, yeah, just make a new generation. Pardon. What a sneeze. Right. Ooh, you actually managed to finish that. Okay, so quickly bang out of that contract. Where's dynasties? Dynasties. Is that... I don't think that's worth Return of the Dynasties 2. No, 3. Okay, that's that one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I need someone on special marketing. That's a fine. Oh, Dev Kit from Ares by Rainbird. So they're making games for Ares as well. Very good. A lot of devs. Well, I say that. That's the second one. It's more than one. So, I mean, what is a lot if not plural? Plural dev studios want to develop games for Ares. Plus 3%. And Atari! Ooh, those are big boys. They make a lot of games. Those people make a lot of games. Sound artist. Why are you not training? What? Okay. Oversight on my part, certainly. Must have been. So, okay, you're very good at marketing, so you can go there. You're also very good at marketing already, so you can go here. You are terrible, so you can go back to training. There we go. Right, so. You're all done. You are maxed out on graphic design, right? Anyone here needs some more training on graphic design? No. You are all trained up. But you could use music design. Too many people in music training. You shouldn't be here. Oh no, you're a contract. Yes, you should be here, but not right now. Okay. You, however, you're a pure graphics designer, so you definitely have finished your training now. Okay, we have 3 top-notch graphics designers. Not so much sound designers. Okay, so that's our Achilles heel now. Trials of the Sphinx Resurrection? That's Spyro the Dragon? In 1985? There's no such thing as 3D graphics like that right now. Ooh, Summer Slump. So... yeah, hold off a couple of weeks. We still have to finish, yeah, graphics and sound. In fact, you hold off on that. Any reports to create? Yeah, a couple already, so do that. And the contract in the meantime. You keep banging out those updates. You could do with the demo already. We're cruising. And no contracts to go for auto production. Make all the cabinets. Oh my god. So many new things to research. Okay, researching small case fan. Yeah, get the contract done. We were updating the arcades, or what was the Sphinxes? I wish there's 3 arcades, certainly deserves an update still. That I'm giving up on, slowing down too much. Atari ST is out. Woo. Failure coming. Okay, so that's done. Game dev is done. So. I thought the summer festival, oh, it's in July? It's 4 weeks away. Oh my god. Hype is really going down the tube with Anubis. We should have made the marketing campaign earlier. My mistake. That's too low, 77. Okay, the games are going strong. We have a bunch of money. Bunch of money. Why are you unhappy? Okay, production orders being pumped out. Humdrum of machines, that's why you're unhappy? Maybe. Or maybe the room is just too unpleasant. So let's see. Let's give you a fine artwork to look at during classes. Maybe that'll please you. Okay, leave that to the side. We're gonna release it later. Banjo-Kazooie? Banjo-Kazooie? Interesting image choice for the screenshots there. Okay, so that's an adventure game out. We should go for a skill game, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Any new features? We're researching things, but I don't know if there's any new features out for engines. Not that we haven't researched, that we have researched and not integrated, but maybe that we haven't researched. Should we focus on the stationary, on the mobile? Because that is the one taking the most market share. In fact, it's almost at 50% now. Should we release the game even during the slump? It's minus 30%, but it'll bump the sales for the consoles. And we'll make another game in the meantime. Let's make Artificers Beyond. Platformer, no. No, not a platformer, thanks. What works with the skill game? I completely forgot already. In terms of platformer, action, or puzzle. Have we made a puzzle one? We have not. That'll boost sales. Excellent. And, okay, airplanes are still en vogue, but I really don't want to make another game about airplanes. It's super saturated. So, a skill game about artificers. Chemistry? Ancient Egypt. Though, Archaeology? Something like potion craft or something. You have to make potions because you're an artificer. And we can use this license. Nope, don't want the name. Anubis and Ares. PC Master Race. And there's nothing worthwhile to add the dev kit on, so... Oh, the Intellivision actually did much better than I thought. 3.5 million sales. These are not strictly realistic numbers. Typically they're... Seems to me that mostly slightly inflated. And sometimes the variance is a depressed number of sales, but typically they seem to appear as more units sold than actual numbers would be, but anyway, it's already at 19 million. It'll catch the Apple II in no time, and there's not many games on it, so we're leaders of the market there. PC and Apple. And Apple Mac. So we have perfect specs for skill games, but skill puzzle games, we don't know. First one we'll be making. Now. Okay. Still not over the limit. At least for skill games. Excellent. Still on the B+ side of things. That is cheaper for us, so I will not complain. And also, the studio's not fully staffed yet. We're still training, so we can't really pump out level A games all that quickly. $5.7 million is fine, respectable for a slightly better than a mediocre game. We'll see how 3 top-notch graphics artists managed to do not sure they can keep up with 6, which is double the number of devs that they themselves are also max trained. It's typically like a 2 to 3 ratio that seems to be the sweet spot. Should we release Resurrection? After we announce it at the festival. Yeah, let's do that way. At least that way hype will be at max. Ooh, I don't like how slow that research is going. I think 6 max level researchers is maybe not enough now. The room is empty. Who's studying here? Okay, you're almost done anyway, so I think we're gonna hire a couple more researchers and fill out those 6 slots there. Find me researchers. How hard is that? Ooh! It's cheaper to train them. Unless there's anyone good on the market already. Urbanos Popov. You are pretty good. In fact, you are the sweet spot for game designers. An all-rounder, no error. Sequel master. You, my friend, you are a good hire if we needed designers. We actually don't, but I'd rather have you on staff and not need you than not have you on staff and then want you. Because, well, we'll need to expand the studio further, and you are exactly the type of person we want. So, yeah, let's start training you on graphics for a bit. Okay. No masterful hiring to be done there. Okay. Put you on research until that guy is fully trained, and then switch that training to research. Oof. Are you still not at 90? Almost at 90, so you'll train on the job. Oh yeah. Lots of new stuff there. Contract work researcher. What? No. There is no contract research. No. Now we're talking. Luck, yes. I like that. So, special marketing for Artificers 3. Ooh, yeah, the graphics guys are suffering because there's not enough people. You're done. Yes. What should I have you do? Not sure. Help out with the graphics, even though you're terrible. You're going to start training research for professionals. And we're putting the 2 mediocre, researchers there. So you can have a full research department with 6 sooner rather than later. 34,000. Okay, we need a large booth. We need both of our consoles up. We need a resurrection, and you're at 57? Yeah, you really need a boost. And where's this for? Sure, let's go for the low-hanging fruit here. $3,400 friends. Okay, not great, but better than nothing. How much did that boost the console hype? Not enough. Yeah, I should not have waited for the marketing, so... Anubis, as soon as it's, what, September? The end of the summer slump. In August, I'll start the marketing campaign for Anubis to pump that up back to 100 for Christmas, before Christmas. Any good publishing offers? We are 1 month away. Okay. No. Publishing offers. No 5 stars, so no thanks. Yeah, I don't think any of these will sell all that well. Maybe Might and Magic Chess Royale doesn't seem to be terrible, and it's on quite a few popular consoles. Not all of them are popular, but yeah. Odd choice of platforms, in fact. Sure. But no, not interested in any of those. As I said to that, how long will it take to do the marketing? I have no idea. Maybe long. I'll have to see. Keep an eye on that. Sure. Yeah, the graphics artists are not keeping up. You need at least four top level. Continue dev for a couple of weeks. Just as the summer slump will end, I think we should be able to finish that until end of next week, right? We didn't have any good graphics artists here. Yeah. Help out. Okay, research has done one of those. Oh, we have new gameplay features. Mini games and voice acting. Wow, voice acting in 1985. What game came up with that? Think we need a few updates. Yeah. It's about time. Yeah, polish that, and actually... oh, actually switched, polishing by the time it was over, only then, okay. Didn't know that was a thing, but clearly it is. We're doing, yeah, we're doing the updates. Switch. You're faster. If we do max, how much is that? Oof. That's too expensive. Lazy solution, but it's too damned expensive. Right, so you now are ready to release, but we already have a game in queue, and we want to produce this game ourselves, I think. So, put it on the back burner. Publish a demo for that. And go for auto production. Yeah, we're releasing that one ourselves. In fact, both of them. Let's wait. How far down the list are we updating? I always forget. Sphinx Warrior Arcade, Racer 3 Arcade. Let's hope our production line can keep up. Double A. Well, just keep researching the topics. Alright, so that is done. Riddles of the Sphinx is 3, out on market, 1.6 mil. That's fine. And it's not till the end of the month. I wanted to release my games now. It's 0 months. How is that a thing? Wow. Cannot self-distribute yet. I'll have to end of August. Okay. Well, time for the marketing campaign for the consoles. We need that done quickly, so... Okay, you're almost on point. And this side of things, let's see. We have an arcade game, 1, 2... So another game release. That is a skill game. We're going for simulation, right? Yeah, simulation. We have a spec for that. Sequel for Mothership. Yeah, it just went out of market not that long ago, so we should make an improvement on that, right? Again? Just the will of the Ori. A simulation action game? I forgot what the... have we checked that even? I'm not sure. Strategy, action, sports, or... Okay, racing. Yeah, makes sense. Racing and sports. Action. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Action. Or... we might just want to refine the actual spec. So let's do that instead. So... Parallel words? Parallel worlds, so. Teenagers. Seniors does not please them, apparently. No sim, no. And no cheap sim license, so that's fine. Ares and Anubis, appropriately enough. PC and Mac. All the shebang. Ah, yes, we do not have a working perfectly... Yeah, okay. 1040, 2030. 1040, 2030, so that's all right. But... we need to adjust a few things, clearly. So they like the game overall, because, you know, even though we may not have the game specifics or genre specifics fine-tuned, we can make good games. Graphics, sounds, and whatnot. Controls, yeah. Too much for casual gamers, so even more core. Better mission design, more mission design. Too innocuous. So more explicit. Really? So better mission design. Ooh, what are we going to lose here? Game friendliness and story. Maybe they, because that's not right either. More game depth. I mean, it's a simulation, so it's as deep as it goes, right? We'll have to see. So all features, that's too many. So what do we not need? Password saves. And... cheat codes. It's a simulation. There's no cheating in life. There we go. So we're making a simulation game. Nova Logic. Do I know Nova Logic? Not sure. We'll have to prepare bundles, yes, and start selling classics for this Christmas period. Okay, marketing for Anubis is done. That should bump sales a bit. And should probably do the same for Ares. Maybe closer to Christmas. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Nope. Special marketing. That's all done. This is not, so yeah, go for that. Too early. Sorry. It must be at 30 or something. Yeah, 30 to 50. So not just yet. Okay, so you have nothing to do, in fact. Can't publish a demo until it's out. Okay, market research then. Oh yeah, we took, that's why you're doing these things so fast, because we took the best people we've got, and yeah, I know, so that's fine. If we can, yes, we can. You go there. You go there. And those two will then go to, yeah, the fan, support. Still some way to go there. Do we want to move on to bigger and better things? Like raffles? I think we can afford that, 25 a pop. Come on, consoles. You need to sell a lot more than that. Okay, Ares is doing very well. 55 market share already. It's gonna be a banger. Oh man, that's NHL Blades of Steel, or one of the NHL games on Mega Drive. I love some of these. They're pretty good. I think it's in the early EA Sports. It's in the game. When they were actually good. When did FIFA start becoming terrible? FIFA 10? Thereabouts. This was in the 90s. 16-bit hockey, and the very first FIFAs were like 94 or something. Isometric view. Pretty neat. Start that. What is up with the sound design being so slow? Ah, Hmm? Ah. Hmm. Sound artist programmer, you are actually almost maxed out here. Who can we spare for a sec? Yes! Freedom! Taito Corp has expired. We can now distribute our own games again. Or find a new publisher. We could. But I don't think anyone wants us currently. Taito wants us again, but 1.2 mil. No way. Not for 16 bucks a pop when we can make oh so much more. We can distribute our own games with our own box designs and own items in box. Self-distribution heaven awaits. Ta-da! $29, $39 to $49. The retail price, yeah, 70 for a yeah, that's quite cheap. Video games in the 80s were, comparatively speaking, oh, actually, if these are inflation not adjusted prices, that may be right. Proportionally, games in the 80s were super expensive. So, let's go. Standard edition, we will put black and white, a poster, button badge, and a sticker. Is that good enough to get a good rating? I don't know. The deluxe will get all the basics plus that. The collectors will get everything. Sure, let's not add a collector's figurine. And yeah, let's add in playing cards. What the heck? Let's make it real fancy. We'll make more than enough money anyway. It's kind of cheap to not have the map of the game world. Maybe I'll do that instead of the sticker. Map of the game world seems like it's needed. So let's do that. Just world building. Hope that's good enough. Next week. Yes, excellent. So that's coming out next week. Do we want to have copies ready? I think we do, so produce the game, please. What, 10,000 maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna go for... Ooh, we have a production order... 872,000. That may take a while. But we have a whole week, so go ahead. Yeah, we can drop that 30,000 at a time, so that's fine. Any contracts up? No, just QA. Well, as I say that, you could just go do that, yeah. That's fine. Go for the press release. Continue. So we can finish the sound. That's going to take more than a week, I think. Why are you so slow? Is it the 8-bit feature that is more difficult? Maybe. Not sure if that even has an influence. Could be. One more week. Well, soon we're out of topics, I think. I think it's time for another round of updates. Let's go. Special marketing. Yeah, go for resurrection. So many things happening all at once. I think it's time. Let's self-distribute. Is that magic carpet? I don't recognize just that tiny screenshot. Self-distribute. That's kind of cheap. Let's go for colored. People deserve a decent experience. So, yeah. And the deluxe has that on top. Let's give them the sticker, what the heck. Two more things for the deluxe. Actually, that only has playing cards. Oh no, let's also give it the soundtrack and then the collector's keyring. Okay. That certainly eats into our profit margin, but I want people to be happy with our games. Big game box era games were it. Great. Great. $88 is the gameplay. There's that, We may need to train up our QA. That's probably our Achilles heel currently. We have never trained them, so none of them are genius testers. Not terrible, but kind of average. Do you have anything else to research besides that? Oh, just the ballet games. Wow, you're down to 14 topics. Okay. You're almost done. How's the console market looking? We are at, halfway to 3rd gen, I think. Yeah, halfway to 3rd gen. We need a sound chip, data carrier, and the hard drive. That's it. Then possibly a screen. Yeah, the screen for the handhelds. Yeah. Already 5th gen there. Oh, the 4th gen looks terrible. Is that supposed to be a Spectrum or something? That kind of looks like a Master System. That, I have no idea what that looks like. Don't recognize any console similar to that at all. If we indicate a predecessor... Oh, if it's a successful predecessor, you can have a positive effect on sales figures because people are awaiting that. I see. Good. Well, we can nominate Anubis for our next stationary. I mean, 1.2 million is not terrible. And it's still only, what, halfway through its life cycle, maybe? Yeah, 2 years in, not even that. Right, so. Our consoles are doing better, because we are putting out quite a few games for them. And in fact, other devs are starting to develop for them as well. We could check, can't we? If we go for platforms. And, no, where can we check? It's not on platforms, on consoles. Available games. Yeah, Dauntless. Made by Atari. Apparently an excellent game. Not made by us. Available on Ares. They also made it for Atari. Ah, yes, of course, their own consoles and Commodore 64. But they made it for our console as well. Because it's probably the only mobile that's computer and console? Huh, interesting. Anubis... Ah, nobody has made... Nobody has made a game for it apart from us just yet. Well, it is only 1.2% of the market, so... yeah. Higher base than Ares, but lower market share in the console compared to the handheld there. Oh well. Only one place to go from here, and that is up. Up the sales charts. That, however, will be next time. Until then.